Welcome to a new Let's Play of a game called My Train Arrives. This game recently came out. At the time of recording, it's been out I think possibly less than a week, I'm not entirely sure, but it's recent. And it's a train-based game, as you can probably tell from the title and the picture. Now, I don't know much about this game. It's made with Unity, so it's not going to be a AAA release type game. But it's a train game, and I like train games. So this episode is going to be, as it's known, level 1 plus tutorial, Provincial Town. And there are apparently 4 modes. Campaign mode, which says carry 400 passengers in 10 minutes. Survival mode, make sure there are no queues at the stations, and hold out as long as you can. The maximum amount of passengers at a station is 70. Evacuation, evacuate 600 passengers to a particular station. And relaxation, play and relax, all stations are open from the beginning. Passengers will appear on stations when you create a route through them. I'm going to play the campaign. I've done this before, so I have an idea of what I'm doing. It's the only one I've played. If I look at City by the Bay, you can see I have a best time of unknown because I haven't played it. I wanted to have an idea of what the game was like before I recorded it. So here I go with the Provincial Town. In campaign mode, you need to transport a particular number of passengers and the amount of cargo within a specified time frame. At the beginning of the game, some stations will be opened, other stations will be opened during the game. Okay. This is the map, and you can see the red line around it. Oh, let me hit the space bar to pause the game, as I've only got 10 minutes. As you've got time up there, time since the start of the level. Right, there was a station in the centre. There's a station over here, and you can tell they're open because they've got passengers waiting. And there's a station up there. And there is a station over here that's not currently open. The idea is that you move passengers around from one place to another, and just like Conduct Deluxe or Mini Metro, passengers want to go to a certain station. So just because you have a passenger here doesn't mean they want to go to this station. They might have another destination in mind, so you've got to be able to cater for that. So what you basically do at this point is I need to build a train line. It doesn't matter which way around you build them, you get to choose which way around the train goes. I'll build it out a bit further. It costs money, and it has to have a reasonable bend on it. It can't be 90-degree corners, and that was not what I was aiming for. That wasn't what I was aiming for. So I put a train line through there. What happens if I click it? It is one of the nice things about this is if you click somewhere, it actually stops the building there, then you can continue onwards. This might have gone a little far, but that's connected that train line up. So that station will now get to that station. Equally, I want to do this pretty much the same way, but go the other direction. Assuming I can draw a straightish line. Not always my forte. Because I want to connect this one up. Sort of like that. And round like that. So this station in the middle will service passengers from that station and this station. And any passengers that want to go from the station on the right to the station on the left will transfer in the station in the middle. Now, because this station isn't open yet, I don't need to worry about it, but I will at some point. The next thing you need to do is to create a route to tell it which way around you want your trains to go. So I can create a route round here on that one like that. See me, I've got it. Oh, went too far. Right, let me back off. Let's try that again. I'm not always the most accurate drawer, but you can of course zoom in. Create a route. I needed to go to that point. A new route has been created. And over here on the right, you have a list of routes. So I have one route with 0 trains on it, currently 2 passenger stations. I have no trains. Passenger stations with no routes. And list of stations. Right, so let me clear that away. So now I need to create another route from here. As you can see, it's a slightly different colour from the previous one. Down here and back to there. A new route has been created. I have a limited amount of money, but I want to get a locomotive, and for now I'll pick the basic locomotive, put him on there. I'll pick on the larger car. Oh. 4 cars should do for now. And that's a train for that route. And if I do the same on this one, if I tell it to continue playing, I now have trains which will transfer passengers from the central line. This will pick up, in this case, 1 passenger, move them around to here. And that will be doing the same when it gets to this station over here, for example. This should pick up, hopefully, all the passengers that are there, but some may not want to go to the other stations. Oh no, they all do. Okay, maybe passengers that want to go to this station don't start appearing until it opens. At some point this station will open. I will have to draw a track to it, set a route, and I do have control of the speed of the game, so I can speed the game up to 4 times speed, for example, to get these trains moving faster. It will tell me when a new station does actually open. Oh, a new passenger station is open, it just told me over here. Right, so I hit the pause button again because I like using pause buttons, they're useful. I can now get a bridge across here, about that point. Swing that round there, bridge across there and swing it round there. Oh, I need to connect that bit. Right. Now I need to create a route. This route is in red, apparently. Like so, a new route has been created. And again, I've got limited money, so I'll take the basic locomotive. Put him there. And I think I was using that type of carriage, wasn't I? And that should do. So now I have a train which will go through this station, through the middle one, and that station as well. So any passengers from the station on the right that want to go to here will be picked up by this train that's currently at the bottom. Any passengers that want to go just from here to the central place, or over to the left, can go on this train. They can also go on the other train, and this train over here is quite happily dealing with the left side of the map. And that's pretty much all you need for the tutorial level. There are a whole series of screens that go through the tutorial. There is also, what's that? That's tutorial. There is also, if you have the money, you can buy these wonderful upgrades and all unique locomotives to make life easier for yourself, but you don't need to on the tutorial level. Now I just have to wait for it to process 400 passengers. I think my previous time was 6.5 minutes, or somewhere just over 6.5 minutes. I'm not really into setting the records just for the sake of it, so I don't know what time this is going to be. But because these 2 trains over here are on different routes, they are actually smart enough that you don't actually have to worry about them crashing into each other, as you're about to see. This train has right of way by the looks of it, so that train will automatically stop and will then automatically continue and then stop again because there's something in the station in the way. I could literally remove this line and this part of the line, reset the route so both trains went round all the stations, but I'm not going to bother. Yes, they will slow each other down for the moment as one has to stop one behind the other. You can also click on a train and get a load of information about its income per minute, time on the route, distance covered, number of people it's got on board, its capacity. Apparently that train has reached capacity. And what you can also do is, oh, it helps if I move it out of the way, I can add another carriage to this train. I can add another carriage to that train, I've got the money, and one to that train. And continue playing, and it now will pick up more passengers. It now has the capacity of 40, as does that train, and it seemed just about long enough to fit in the station. And this one, oh, it's just good timing. That one left the station just as this one was pulling in. It does get a lot more complex apparently from this. There are coal to be transported, containers and oil to be transported on freight trains, as well as passengers or stations that need to be connected up in more convoluted forms. But this is the initial tutorial, so it's trying to teach me the basics of the game, which it has done. I understand the principles of the game now and how it works. Doesn't mean I'm going to be any good at it, and it doesn't mean it's going to keep me occupied or keep me happy. But so far, it seems like quite a nice little game. It's a train game. I figured I was going to try it and play it. And so far, so good. As with a lot of train games, the graphics are functional. Actually, not that bad, to be honest. I think there's a game I tried called Transport Services where I wasn't overly impressed with the graphics or the how the lines looked and stuff like that. This is a lot nicer than that as far as I'm concerned, but like I say, it's functional. It's not designed to be graphically enticing like Train Valley 2, for example. It's more along the lines of better graphically than Mini Metro, but Mini Metro is a fun game. It doesn't need great graphics. This could be a fun game and may not need great graphics. At this point I don't know, but I'm willing to find out. 6 minutes 15, 16, 17, etc. and 378 passengers delivered, and to complete this scenario I need to deliver 400 passengers, and that's 400 passengers. Time passed 6 minutes 25 seconds, so just under 6.5 minutes this time. The income, number of passengers, and then you get the option. I can replay this level if I so choose. I can continue playing, which I assume takes it into relaxation mode, because you completed the scenario. I haven't tried that, but I may do at some point, or I can return to the main menu, which is what I'm going to do. So that is the first level of My Train Arrives, Provincial Town. Next time up, I will try City by the Bay. No idea how it's going to work out. It's apparently got 5 passenger stations to carry 700 passengers in 12 minutes. And I guess once I get to that, I'll find out how it plays. However, that's it for this episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you further down the track for more of My Train Arrives, for as long as I keep playing it. Cheerio!